Hello and welcome to Soda Anonymous. I'm your host, Soda Anonymous, and today's soda I'm going to review is Diet Coke. Alright, I've got some notes here on Diet Coke, so let's go over that real quick, shall we? Since 1962, the Coca-Cola company's sugar-free option was a soda called Tab. However, it was clear that Diet Pepsi was the dominant force in the diet soda market, and in 1982, Diet Coke was introduced as the first ever variant of Coca-Cola since its inception. Diet Coke is not actually the Coca-Cola formula with a difference in sweetener, as is normal for diet sodas. It's a completely different formula altogether. This fundamental difference in taste warranted the creation of Coke Zero in 2005, which was an attempt by the Coca-Cola company to create a Diet Coke for people who didn't like the unique taste of Diet Coke and wanted something more like the original Coca-Cola. Interestingly enough, the Diet Coke recipe was the basis for the infamous 1985 New Coke formula. New Coke was essentially Diet Coke, but sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. After New Coke, subsequently named Coke 2, was discontinued in 2002, Diet Coke is the final remnant of the whole disaster. Diet Coke was originally sweetened by aspartame and saccharin. However, sometime after release, my research wasn't able to determine when exactly, the switch was made to 100% aspartame. Fountain drink variants still use the original combination of aspartame and saccharin to retain freshness. So if you want to try the original formula, that's where to find it. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. Gotta love that sound. All right, let's do a little pour. Now, before I give it a whiff, I would like to say I'm not a fan of these new can designs. I know Coca-Cola is going for this, unified look, but I don't know. I think adding the red to every single one of them sort of takes away from the unique look of each one. I preferred the previous design, and I can show you a picture of that. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these new designs. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, yeah, it's a dark amber color, just like Coke. Looks about the same, I'd say. Let's take a whiff here. Okay, certainly smells different. So if you've seen my previous video on Coca-Cola Classic, you know that I've described the smell as a sweet, syrupy smell with just a hint of lemon almost, like a citrusy smell. This is almost the reverse. So there's a hint of cola in there, just a hint of sweet, and it smells like almost more citrus than you'd be expecting from a cola. It's like a sharp, sort of acidic smell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. It smells almost metallic, is how I would describe it. All right, let's take a drink here. Now, real quick, I haven't had a Diet Coke in a couple of years now. It was the first soda I ever tried. This was my mom's soda of choice. So whenever I drink it, I'm reminded of my childhood and my mom and whatnot. But yeah, I never really considered it extremely pleasant after I realized, what real Coke tastes like. But, it's been a number of years. Maybe the years have been kind to it, and I'm going to give it a shot, give it a fair chance. Down the hatch. Okay. Yeah, it's Diet Coke. All right. I know this is the second most popular soda in the world. I should preface that. Obviously, the number one most popular diet soda. It's second only to its regular cousin, Coca-Cola Classic. So I may be pissing some people off by saying this, but I don't like Diet Coke. I think it tastes really bad. Um, Let me try to articulate why exactly. It's very watery, first of all. Um, I've gotten more used to diet sodas, as I've gotten older. When I was a kid, I didn't really like them at all. But I found a few that I enjoy. I'll have a Diet Dr. Pepper occasionally, a Diet Mountain Dew. But this, it just doesn't have any punch. It's very watered down. Beyond that, it's got a really acidic, metallic taste. Um, I don't think that's just from the can, you know? Because cans do add a particular flavor to pretty much all sodas that are put in them. But this is extra. This is extra metal. Yeah, Diet Coke is just nasty to me. All right, well, I suppose to be more analytical about the taste rather than just ragging on it so much. It lacks the deep, sort of darker taste of Coca-Cola, and instead it's more of a light, sharper taste. So like the higher registers of the palate, so to speak. It's very artificial. Like I said, metallic, acidic, almost lemony tasting. And the aspartame, the initial hit is pretty good with the aspartame. It almost tastes like sugar. But then it leaves this sickly sweet taste in your mouth that lingers. Whereas Coke gives you the bite, and then it comfortably goes into the wind. This stays in your mouth. Even right now, I'm tasting this sweetness that is, like I said, sickly. It's not pleasant. But anyway, that's Diet Coke. It's what I expected. I haven't had it in quite some time, but I remember not liking it, and I hope I've articulated why. Question is what to rate it. Well, it's not outright disgusting. I wouldn't reach for it. If I was at a party, I would take water over this, but I'm probably going to finish this when this camera stops rolling. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Hey guys, Soda Anonymous here. Look, I messed up back there. I gave it a 4 out of 10. It really deserved a 3. I finished up the can after I was done, and I immediately knew that I was wrong. So to atone for my sins, here we go. I don't like it, but I can understand the people who Stockholm Syndrome themselves into liking this over the years. I get it. It's just not for me. All right, that about does it for this episode. Do you guys like Diet Coke? If you do, can you explain what it tastes like to you and why you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, that about does it for this episode. Hope to see you next time.